Hey everyone, back again, another video. So it has been explained to me that the AC300 is completely discontinued due to all kinds of issues that Blue Eddy had. So apparently Blue Eddy changed over to the AC500. And it has the exact same issues where if you take these little rubber covers off, it basically bricks the whole machine. A whole bunch of people had issues with these where the little rubber covers would snap off or break off, or they'd just pull them off because they're stupid little rubber flaps that don't stay open. And all of a sudden, the whole machine up here doesn't work, but the batteries will turn on. But the batteries are nothing without that, because it's all proprietary mechanics here. So there's all these issues with this stuff, and I'm at a loss because it's really, really cool. It's a really interesting piece, but there are more cons than pros with this, especially when you're looking at the charging system for this. They brag about this being, this huge thing, but then they brick it. And I'm not talking about this part. I'm talking about when it comes to solar input, they brick this because they only allow you to use their proprietary solar panels, and they're flimsy pieces of crap. People aren't buying this just to, go camping with this monstrosity. They're talking like off-grid stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, you could do this, and you could hook it up to, anything with an MC4 connector, as long as it's only 400 watts of input. That is absolutely nothing. They want you to plug this in to a wall outlet and run off of wall outlet. If you're charging this with a wall outlet and then using it, and then it's dead, so you go and you recharge it, and then you use it and it's dead. That defeats the entire purpose of even having it. It does. Now, since I did the last video, I've been looking, and the more I look at this, the worse it gets. The worse Blue Eddy gets. It really is a kick in the pants. I really wanted to like it. I really did. But then came across this Ecoflow Delta Pro Ultra. This giant Gravitron looking thing. I mean, yes. Is it a little pricey? Absolutely. I like it. It is great. I really need this, especially because when it comes to charging, they did it right. They did it right with the 250, I think it was, volt input. You got the high input, and then you have the low input. So you can do this big, massive array and then use a small array as like your supplemental input. Absolutely great. Because this, they max it out, I think it was, 150? I think. And all the way at the bottom. Where was it? Yeah, third party solar panels. 12 to 150 volts max at 3,000 watts max. And in order to get the 150 And the 3000, you have to buy their external step-down module, this thing here, at a whopping $600, I think it is. I think that's how much it is. Oh, come on. AC D300S. Yeah. Okay. Let's do step down. No? Yeah, these websites that do this thing, I mean, yeah, you pop down this and then you go through all this stuff and you click all these damn buttons and it's like everything is just everywhere. Let's do accessories. Yeah, even the accessories. You click on accessories, it doesn't take you to accessories. You have to jump through hoops. Yeah, see, there it is. $500 for the step-down module. You have to pay extra for this. And step down the voltage of rigid panels to 120 from 550 volts. So you have to pay the big price and then step down your panels, and that's ridiculous. That really is. It really freaking is. This, I think the top is 250. I think that's what it was. This is another thing that I have issues with these things, because it's like you gotta jump through hoops to get information, and all I want is all the information at one point. And it's like, look, specs. I click on the specs and it's like, where's the specs? I click on the home panel, click on the thing, and it's like, okay, now I'm getting stuff here. System, and I absolutely hate these scroll through things, because look, I'm scrolling and you see a little dot over there. Look, there it is. See, there's absolutely nothing here. So I got to sit here and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. I hate that. Just make it a normal website. Just makes me want to choke a small frog. 24-hour storm prep, all this information, uninterrupted power, AI-powered energy plans, single circuit control and backup priority. I mean, it is just a great machine. It really is. They do DIY solar, roof solar. See, the whole thing that I'm going to be doing is home solar. When I build my cabin and get out there, I'm gonna, I'm gonna have a couple panels set up, and I'm gonna like jerry rig up some, lean-to panel stands, and I'm gonna have the whatever solar charger in my little shed out there, so that I can power, charge my tools and whatnot, and have stuff going for me. Then, when I have the whole building built, I'm going to take the panels, I'm going to put them on the roof, and then I'm going to run the lines down into the cabin where I want the machine to be at, so that I can, run what I need off of that. And I mean, this is seeming to be a far better option. Especially when I'm looking at panels and all that stuff. I mean, I've got so many panels saved and so many things saved here for solar. I used to work in the solar field. I designed solar, everything. I've installed it. I did all the solar information and stuff, and it's like everything that I'm seeing from all these companies is like, oh, there's our thing is the greatest, our thing is the best, and this and that, and then you look at the down and dirty of it, of okay, if I plug solar panels into it, is it going to pass through power to whatever I'm using and charge it if there's enough pass through power, and also how much can I put into the power? Like they funnel it, and they brick things by going, okay, if you want to charge this, you can only run it off of a couple potatoes and some alligator clips and nails, because if you really want to charge it, you're going to plug it into a wall outlet. That's no good. That's no good. If they made this thing right here able to take, say, 7,000 watts of solar, direct solar, like you series all your panels together, run the lines down and just plug them right in, that would be fantastic. It really would, because that releases a whole slew of things that people want simple. And yeah, you're going from this to that, but that is not as simple as they make it out to be, because there's a whole bunch of other things that you have to do. There's so much going on. There really is. And, I really love this design. I love the looks of it. People made fun of this. There's a whole bunch of people that made fun of it. And it's like, I like that futuristic look. I like that look. That is a really good look. Now, the one thing that bugs me is the plug settings, how they have, the plugs and stuff on the face. Yeah, it's good to have them, out and ready, but if you're going to put it up against a wall, and then you're going to cage it in, you're going to put something on this side of it, and then something on this side of it, and it's like, okay, that now you're just caging it in. There's no real good airflow around it. So, I mean, if you're going to put this in a house or in a garage or something, if all the plugs are coming out the front, that's creating a trip hazard. I would have put them on the top. So that, the plugs, when you plug it in, if the device is up top, like when you plug it into the wall or plug it into your breaker box, you got to have the cord coming out, up, and around. Whereas if you put the plugs on the top, then you just plug it in and run it straight up. I mean, yes, I understand they're like, but if we put the plug straight up, then there's, water egress and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, this, that, and another. Anything can happen. Hell, if you have these doors open and there's a plug in there, somebody comes driving their car in and you got a puddle on the floor, it'll splash up and get it anyways. There's always a what if. There really is. I really like this one. I was so happy to find the Bluetti, deal here, but then finding out that the one that the AC300 is discontinued completely, and the AC500 has the same issues where the whole top will just brick itself out of nowhere. Several people who got these through a partnership program got them and didn't even get to use them. They got them, they unboxed them, they put everything together, they hooked everything up, they took photos of it, they did their B-roll, and then they went to turn it on, and it was a complete brick. It did nothing. they contacted Blue Eddy and, you know, had issues and talked to them, and they talked them through a few things, and then they couldn't figure it out. And then one guy actually tore one down and found that there was like a whole bunch of like capacitors that were blown, and wires were damaged. And it's like, that is horrible. That is horrible. Wow. And I mean, this was the top dog on the block for a long time, but now I'm looking at this and it's like, man, if I had the money, this is what I would go with. I would, because if honestly, if I could get one of these with the 2 batteries and the top, if I could get this, that's what I would go for. I would go for this. I mean, I'm looking at all these things, and then you look at this. You got 1 unit and 4 panels, $6,000 through this Ecoflow. You've got just the unit and 2 batteries for $7,000. This website here, this is poweredportablesolar.com. The 500 kilowatt hour a month guys here. You know what? I've got that screenshot of what I was gonna be doing. Oh man, where did I put you? Oh, is that you? Is that? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. 448 kilowatt hours a month, and that's pretty much the right on the money there. I mean, yeah, 400, because I'm overestimating with things here. I really am. I'm seriously overestimating, and that's not bad, especially when you partner it with solar panels, because total peak load 1,700. If one of these can do what I need it to do, that's pretty darn good for me. This kit, let's see. Blue, bronze. Bronze is the 500. Blue is this, but it's like, if I had the money, really, if I had the money, this is what I would go with, because I could put all those panels up on the roof. I could run all this stuff in to the cabin, and this literally covers everything that I need and then some. It really does. Because what are we looking at here? Yeah. Yeah. I select the bronze and it's keeping the okay. Okay, now it's changed. So 10 400 watt solar panels, and this is like a created kit. So I'm just guessing that this has been, you know, set for this specific type, and it's like, that's a lot of stuff right there. That is good. Now, you know, my overestimate, if I went, come on, here we go. Yeah, I mean, 400 watt panels, that's what, 1,600. That, and I can get different panels. Like, even if I went, with just this. See, this is where it gets really wild, because 7,000, well, 7,100 from there. 6,000, you get 4 panels and the device. This one, you get all kinds of other crap with it, but 4 panels and the device, and you're at 6,700 and some change. There's so much going on. There really is. And now I did a thing for one of these guys where I was. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. You can select and choose, and then I did another one. Let's see, which one is it? Is it this one? Where was the? Oh man, there's so much going. Oh yeah, through here, and there was a bundles. There it is. Yeah, bundle. So if I did this standard, $4,700, add an extra battery bank, now I'm at $7,000. I've already looked into other, solar panels and stuff. Now, if I went with the, let's see, here, these guys, loading. Yeah, there it is. If I go with these 560s, if I get 4 of them at $155 each, these, look, VOC, we're there's no issue. There's no issue because I'm still under the 250. I'm under the 250. So I can add these, and I could add 4 of these, and then say another 100 or 200 watt panel, and still be at that level. I could, and that's more than enough power that I need for the day or the use, and doing it that way, boom, I have, say, 4 panels, 4 of these panels, and this with a second battery. Yeah, I'm gonna be at like what, $7,000-8,000 maybe. That's a good deal. That really is. I really wish that these companies would put more panels and more thought into this, because if you're doing this, not everybody wants to do the solar panels, because if you go down to the solar panels, come on, hello, play nicely, solar panels, flexible, then you go to rigid, and yeah, $450 each, and the regular price is $500 each. That's way too much. That's way too much. You're pricing at this price point right here. You are pricing yourself out of sales. Yes, they're good panels. Yes, they are brand name to your brand. But people are going to look at this price and go, no, because I mean, yes, these are, some of these are used and returned, but there's still a damn good deal. I mean, look, 36 for $5,000, 400 for $150. Look, 400 watt, $900 for two. 400 watt. Look, Anchor, 410 rigid panels, $1,000. 400, 145. Two of those right there. It's there's no argument. There really isn't. There's no argument. I mean, $79, $127, $140. There's no argument to be had. I really would love to have one of these. I'd love to put it up at the cabin because I can get a lot of work done. I can pretty much do anything and everything with one of these and two of those batteries. I really could. I mean, that is enough power for, everything that I need. If there's no sun for a while, if there's rain, for 2 days, if there's snow. Granted, if there's snow, I'm going to be brushing the snow off the panels anyways because that's how I roll. I don't let stuff, sit. I'd get the little snow squeegee thing and pull the snow off. I'm going to be building a big cabin, and this is going to be a huge undertaking. And it's like, I'm definitely going to be doing several videos of this. It's going to be a whole series. And it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take forever. It really is. It's gonna be at least 2 months of working out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, closest town is 35-minute drive. Closest neighbor, about a mile away. Closest power line is 4 miles away. That's how far away I am from, electricity. And I would absolutely love to showcase something like this. I really would. I mean, I'm checking every website that I can. I'm looking. Oh, excuse me. It was a hiccup, forced something. Oh, heartburn. But yeah, I'm checking every possible site that I can find. Because it's like, if I get something like this with the panels and the battery thing, and it's like, oh, where was that one? I could have swore this one had a two battery deal. I guess not, but yeah. If I could get a second battery and the 4 panels, or 500 watt panels or 510 watt panels, I could set this up and showcase, actually start to finish off grid, build a cabin. Set up the solar on the roof, set up this device inside the cabin, and showcase exactly what it can run day-to-day life off-grid in a cabin. I mean, it's going to be an undertaking, and I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to spending wild amount of money. But it is an absolute necessity. And that's where I'm hitting this brick wall of, okay, either I can get a good vehicle to do all the running I need to do, or I can have power and a clunker. So something's got to give. Something. But hey, Ecoflow, if you want to, I would. One unit with 2 batteries. I can supply the rest of everything else. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you guys on the next one.